Nicholas Kuhn has constantly been linked with a move away this summer, and we have a huge update with regard to that. We will discuss this in today's video whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Brendan Rodgers has revealed he learned of Greg Taylor's decision to leave Celtic via a phone call from the player himself. Taylor, whose contract expired at the end of last season, opted for a move to Greek side PAOK, despite Rodgers' desire to keep him at the club. The 27-year-old ended a 6-year stint at Parkhead, where he became a consistent presence in the starting 11 and helped the Hoops to 5 league titles, 3 Scottish Cups and 3 League Cups. Speaking to Celtic TV, Rodgers praised Taylor's contribution both on and off the pitch. He said this: "He rang me to tell me what his final decision was going to be. I've made it clear all the way along I'd love to have kept Greg, a brilliant servant, a brilliant player for the club, but also a really good guy off the pitch, really well loved in the changing room, and he played for us really big on the pitch," Rodgers concluded. Taylor's exit comes as Celtic welcome back Kieran Tierney, the very man he was signed to replace in 2019. The Scotland international returns to Celtic following the expiry of his Arsenal contract, and he is expected to play a major role in the upcoming campaign. The club will need to dive into the market for another left-back though. Kieran Tierney is the only senior player who plays the position, and with his injury record that could be a recipe for disaster. While Taylor heads for a new challenge in Thessaloniki, he leaves with the full backing of the manager and club, and a track record as one of the key contributors during a dominant era for the Scottish champions. Now for the main story. Celtic have reportedly placed a substantial valuation on winger Nicholas Kuhn, amid growing interest from RB Leipzig and Serie A's Como. The 25-year-old, signed for £3 million just 18 months ago, is now being tracked closely after a productive campaign in Glasgow. Kuhn registered 21 goals and 15 assists across all competitions last season, with his early season form, particularly in Europe, drawing widespread attention. Despite a dip in the latter stages of the campaign, his overall contribution has firmly established him as one of Celtic's key attacking threats. While no official bids have yet been submitted, Celtic are believed to be open to negotiations should their valuation be met. The club's policy of investing in emerging talent and developing assets has once again put them in a strong position as the transfer window progresses. Kuhn's future remains uncertain, but with interest mounting and his stock continuing to rise, Celtic are preparing for what could be one of the biggest outgoing transfers of their summer, and any bidding war could get them some extra profit. In other news, Brendan Rodgers has hailed the return of Kieran Tierney as a defining moment of Celtic's summer transfer business, insisting the left-back's homecoming brings far more than just footballing ability to the squad. Tierney, who first broke through at Celtic just before Rodgers arrived in Glasgow before a record move to Arsenal under Neil Lennon, returns to the club at 27 with a wealth of top-level experience behind him. He returns a better player with experience from the top level. He was highly sought after this summer, turning down offers from various clubs within Europe's top 5 leagues so that he could make the sensational return to Celtic. For Rodgers, the decision to re-sign the Scotland international was driven by more than nostalgia, and the manager is convinced Tierney is returning at the peak of his powers, shaped by his time in the Premier League and Europe with Arsenal and Real Sociedad. Rodgers said this: "The players that have come through the system here are so important. The affinity they have with the club, they understand the values of Celtic. For me, they should always be at the heart of the club. It was important to bring back guys like Kieran, like Ross Doohan, guys who've come through the system, because they play a huge part in keeping the culture created here. Sometimes top players like that might come later on in their career, but we're getting Kieran at 27 years of age. I was with him during the summer, so I know firsthand as well how excited he is to be here. I'm looking forward to seeing this new version of Kieran, having had the experience in the Premier League and playing at a top club like Arsenal. He'll come back here with greater maturity, both as a person and as a professional and tactically, and now we can really get the benefits of that," he concluded. With Tierney's maturity, experience and understanding of the club, Rodgers believes Celtic are getting back a player ready to make an immediate and lasting impact. It does feel like an amazing signing, getting a player who you could argue is up there with some of the best fullbacks in Europe. Let's hope he can stay injury-free. In other news, Celtic are reportedly tracking Cork City winger Cathal O'Sullivan, with the 18-year-old drawing growing attention from across the UK following a standout season in Ireland's top division. The Hoops are among several clubs understood to be keeping tabs on the teenager, who has also been linked with Premier League sides Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace and Brentford, as well as Championship side Preston North End. Having broken into the senior setup at Turner's Cross towards the tail end of last year, O'Sullivan has quickly become a regular starter. His form has not only cemented his place in the Cork City 11, but also earned him a call-up to the Republic of Ireland under-21 squad. Predominantly a left footer playing off the right wing, O'Sullivan is known for driving inside with the ball, linking play and testing goalkeepers with his shooting. His low centre of gravity, pace off the mark and ability to go past defenders have been widely noted as key attributes. Celtic will get an opportunity to assess the winger in person when they travel to face Cork City in an upcoming pre-season fixture. With the club continuing to invest in emerging talent, O'Sullivan's name is one that will likely stay on the radar if his development continues on its current trajectory. In other news, Newcastle United have been given more tickets for the friendly match against Celtic at Celtic Park on Saturday the 19th of July. The English club were first given 7,200 tickets, but that number has now gone up because of high demand. Even though it's a pre-season game, it's expected to be played at a good pace. Celtic will get a tough test against a strong side from England. Brendan Rodgers will also get a good look at his squad before the new season starts. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe will return to Celtic Park after nearly taking the Celtic job in 2021. Talks broke down at the time and Celtic instead appointed Ange Postecoglou, who went on to win several trophies before leaving for Spurs. With a big crowd expected and the chance to see the team in action before the season starts, this match should give a good early look at how things are shaping up under Rodgers. Lastly, Celtic winger Hyun is drawing interest from across the continent, with Legia Warsaw lodging an inquiry for the South Korean international. According to Sky Sports journalist Anthony Joseph, clubs in England and Europe are also keeping tabs on the 23-year-old's situation. Yang joined Celtic in the summer of 2023 from Gangwon FC in a deal worth around £2.1 million. He's currently under contract until 2028, giving the club a strong position should serious offers come in. The winger enjoyed a productive second campaign in Scotland, notching 6 goals and 6 assists across all competitions. He made 34 appearances overall, including 20 in the Premiership, where he chipped in with 4 goals and 3 assists. Among his standout moments was a 2-goal performance against St Mirren, highlighting his potential to be a game-changer in the final third. His versatility and work rate have seen him feature regularly under Brendan Rodgers, though he has yet to fully nail down a starting role. With 3 years still to run on his deal, Celtic are under no immediate pressure to sell. However, growing interest from abroad could test the club's resolve. Legia's inquiry is the first sign of concrete movement, but with other sides monitoring closely, further developments may follow. Yang's situation will be one to watch as pre-season ramps up and the transfer window picks up pace. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.